Narrative and plot work together in order to tell the story that is portrayed to the audience. Without these two elements, a movie is merely pictures and music put up on a screen. These are the elements of a film that the audience relates to and empathizes with, and I believe it is the reason we keep coming back to the movies. It is important, however, to differentiate between these two elements, as they both serve different functions. The story contains implied events not seen by the audience. The story is always linear. In other words, the true story is a chronological order of events. In movies such as Forrest Gump, the true story is not what is presented to us. The plot is the element that only contains explicit events presented to the audience. The plot can contain non-diegetic elements. In Forrest Gump's case, the non-diegetic elements used are third-person narrative and score underscore. Screenwriter Eric Roth, who based his screenplay off of the novel written by Winston Groom, combined the elements of story and plot to create the narrative. Narrative is defined as the cinematic structure in which content is selected and arranged in a sequence of events over time. The narrative is told by the narrator. In this case, our narrator is the main character, Forrest. Because Forrest is only one man who is unable to know all or transcend time and space, the point of view, or the position from which a film presents the actions of the story, is restricted. The audience only knows the information that Forrest wishes to tell us. Furthermore, because of the character that Forrest is, we must take the story that he is telling with a grain of salt. Some of the events he is telling may not be true, the events may have actually happened in a different order, or Forrest may have chosen to leave out crucial parts of his story. The way Forrest Gump's narrative is set up reminds me of Citizen Kane's narrative. Both films start at the end of the main character's stories, and then they go back to the beginning to present the plot. Both movies take key events from the main characters' lives in hopes of telling a story that the audience will be affected by.